So here we are, 28th of February, day 8. We just, I've just walked about a mile out of Dix Creek Gap. Stayed in Hiawassee last night. Got a $5 shuttle with a really nice lady to back up to Dix Creek Gap. And we've just started our day's hike. So, lots same old. Lots of uphill. Not too far from the North Carolina border now, so that'll be another one. Another little milestone. Weather's meant to turn bad this afternoon, so more later. Thunderstorms, tornadoes, 50-mile-an-hour winds, blah blah blah. We'll find out later. Correcting myself from earlier, it's actually day 9, not day 8, and we're still going uphill. We're about 3.5–4 miles in of day 9 from Dix Creek Gap. You can just feel the weather's about to turn. We're slated to have bad weather today, thunderstorms, 50-mile-an-hour winds, and tornadoes further west, but not here. And we've just come across our first burn damage as well. This must have been from a fire not long ago, because it just smells of burnt wood. But for the last half mile, the whole hillside is burnt. Anyway, onward and upward. So here we are, North Carolina, Georgia border. I made it through Georgia just as the weather broke. Hiking in a t-shirt and pants, and a hell of a thunderstorm just started. So I'm going to put my iPhone away before it gets ruined, and try and keep warm by getting to the shelter, which I think is like 3 miles from here. But the guy made it. The North Carolina, Georgia border. I'm quite proud of myself. And it has just started to open up right now. Just in case you think it's not pouring with rain, it really is pouring with rain. But nothing can take away from the fact that I'm here, North Carolina, Georgia. So this is day, it's the second Tuesday, whatever day that is. This is Muskrat Creek Shelter. Yesterday we crossed into North Carolina and got absolutely soaked. Thunderstorms, lightning. And I've decided to zero here today, just to dry out my kit, and there's 5 of us staying here because apparently there's going to be a huge amount of weather coming in again in a minute. We don't want to risk the 12 miles to the next shelter and get caught in these tornadoes and God knows what else is going to be happening. So we're actually taking a zero at the shelter. It's quite good fun, give the body a rest. There's quite a motley crew here, and we're going to stay here until tomorrow morning and then head out to the next shelter. And there's some of the motley crew, and the man with the guitar, Big Red. We built ourselves a fire and we're going to survive. And there's also the man that we don't know where he is. So
the missing man?
The missing man.
Stitch. Leela.
Big Red.
Captain Jack.
And I'm Dylan.
Slug. Slug.
Clay shot like this.
Also
There
root
is
and
a
sprout.
couple.
Here's our newfound friend Slug, who's just arrived. He's come all the way from Dix Creek Gap. He's a loaf of bread, a full salad,
14 pounds.
a
Of
14-pound food bag, and he's just living it like a king. And I'm very proud of him. And his buddy has just shown up as well.
Howdy.
So he's going to be hanging out here with us tonight. We've graduated to the platform, and these two guys are taking our spot on the floor. So we're good to go. Later. So here we are. It's Thursday, the 2nd of March. I'm in North Carolina. Took a zero at a shelter yesterday just because of the weather. Right there will give you an idea of how cold it is. Started out well below zero this morning, and it's still well below zero. And I'm starting to make my way up Standing Indian Mountain. 5,400, I believe, feet. Came down from up there. Been over that one already this morning. Very cold. Still wearing wet clothes, unfortunately, from 2 days ago because I didn't get a chance to dry yesterday. But spirits are high. Hopefully I'll make it to Carter Gap shelter, which is about 10 miles today. Get the tent up because it's going to be 19 degrees tonight. Which is, I'm not sure what, maybe -7 in real money. Anyway, spirits are still good. One foot in front of the other. Very cold today though. Look at those ice crystals. So here we are, it's 11:20. It's freezing cold in this wind. I know it doesn't look like it on here. I'm at Standing Indian Shelter. I've only got about 8 more miles to do, so I should be able to do that by the time it gets dark. Although I do have to go up there. So I have to go up and over that first, and then up and over another one. But I've got another 6 hours till it gets dark, so 7 miles in 6 hours, even I ought to be able to do that. I've just stopped and put on some more wet clothes, believe it or not, to dry them out, because you keep on the move, you dry your clothes out eventually, and then they'll just be sweaty and you can put them in your sleeping bag. Well, that's my theory anyway. That's it for now. Standing Indian Shelter, 7 miles to go. It's been a hell of a day. Spirits are high, having fun. Just a little bit more of the green tunnel for you to look at. The sun's come out, it's still pretty cold, but it's good liking. Made it over Standing Indian Mountain, and I'm on my way down the other side, so good chance to relax a little and take in some scenery if there was any. A lot of fire damage around here still, but we got blue sky and the temperature's rising. It's 12:46, so I should get to the next shelter in time, plenty of time to put my tent up and have a good night's sleep. There we go, the green tunnel. It's fun. It's better once you're warmed up. It's a pretty tough morning for me, but the afternoon should be better, and then it's tenting time. Later. Well, we've got about, we've got about 2.9 miles to the shelter. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The sun's out, and it's looking pretty good. Plenty of water around here, that's for sure. North Carolina. Up there's a little waterfall. Just turned into a beautiful day so far. A Canadian buddy, and he's just going to hang my bag full of food on my rope. It's nice having a servant.
And you want to come help lift?
What a fine man. We're just wondering if the bags are actually heavier than him. I think we're going to end up having a piñata rather than a bear bag. Another pull. There you go. You're there. That's good enough. Good job. And that's it in a nutshell. So here we are. It's March the 2nd and we're at Carter Gap Shelter. Yet another wonder of the Appalachian Trail. Freezing in there, let me tell you. And we got people here and they're all standing there like chipmunks. And they're looking at the sunset, which we've determined is in the west. That's how clever we are. It's been a great day. Even I made it here fairly early. We got some tenters, we've got a dissenter, and we got some people sleeping in the shelter, and everybody's happy, almost. So that's it for today. Tomorrow we're going to walk somewhere else along the Appalachian Trail, which is 12 miles maybe. Some of us are going 16 just so they can drop the old boy. See you later. So here we are. We're about, I say we, I keep saying that, but it's just me. We've been on the road, I've been on the road about 30 minutes. It's about -2. The sun is out. And anybody out there that's thinking of doing this, just remember, it's not all puppy dogs and fun. Howling wind last night. Got down to about 22 degrees. And getting out of my bag this morning was tough. Anyway, it's before 9 o'clock. We made the first climb. I'm actually going to attempt 16 miles today, but I don't know. A lot of burn damage here still. But it's not going to get up much above freezing all day, but the sun is out, so it gives the illusion of being nice. We've just made the first summit, and I'm not sure what it is. 4,700 feet. And we're going down, and then the next milestone will be the 100-mile mark, which in the whole scheme of things isn't much, but psychologically it's pretty cool to reach the 100 miles. And again, anyone who's thinking of doing this, the first 100 miles in Georgia and a little bit of North Carolina here is no picnic. So anyone that tells you it is lying, unless of course they're a marathon runner or something. But for a 57-year-old guy that just wants to do something, it's been tough, but it's been fun, and I've met some really great people. We'll talk more about them later. Okay, onward. Yeah, it's one of the first views I've had on the whole trip. Boy, clear as a bell, but cold as all get out, let me tell you. Wonderful view. Onward. What you see right there is the 100-mile marker. I should be there in about 20 minutes, but it's a long way up. Just in case you think I'm exaggerating, this is the walk up to the tower at 100-mile mark. I can't remember the name of the mountain now, I suppose I should, but it is straight up. and it's rock climbing, and you don't get any idea, but it's straight up. And with 38 pounds on your back, 57 years old, you better be ready for this, because although it's a beautiful day, I'm pooped. Anyway, the reward will be when we get there. So we made it. What a view. I'm up here all by myself, and I'm on top of the world. Not really, but it was a hell of a climb. And here's the tower, just to prove I was here. 100 miles. Bit of a drop in the ocean really, but I made it. 100 miles. And I'm quite proud of myself. Got here right at noon, which is what I was trying to do. So, onwards. See how many miles I can get in before 5 o'clock. It's going to be really cold tonight. I want to get my tent up, get in situ before it gets too cold. Later. So just to clear up what we do for water on the AT, these beautiful springs, absolutely crystal clear water coming off the mountains, running right across the trail. Beautiful. And then we put them in our filter bag, fill up our water bag, run it through a filter, and fill up our bottles, and we're good to go. But what a beautiful little picture right there. If I keep my camera. And that's how it's done. Water filtering in its back. So here we are. It's the, I believe it's the 4th of March, maybe the 3rd, who knows out here. It's cold, just started out 8 AM, doing a Nero today, hopefully. Just doing the 4 miles to Winding Stairs Gap, and then going into Franklin. And I'm going to stay in Franklin for the night. I need to sort some laundry, repair a little piece of gear, and generally take a bit of a rest. So I'm going to stay the night and get on the trail tomorrow. A lot of the people I've been hiking with are just going in, resupplying, going straight out. I can't keep up with the youngsters, so I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm still doing pretty good. A very cold night. Again, beautiful sunny day, but freezing. Must be well below 0 still. Anyway, onward. Just found out why it's called Winding Stairs Indian Gap. It's straight up stairs. It doesn't look like it on this video, but we're looking at almost 60 degrees down. Nice little waterfall, and up. Joy of joys. They'll get you warm in the morning. Here we are at Mikasa with my Canadian friends, Jack, and wonderful trail angels that have just brought us lunch. Wonderful people. Thank you very much. You'll be famous. You already are famous. And you're a vegan. So, here we're in Franklin, and it's Crazy for Sweets time. We just came in here because I don't drink beer, and trust me, this lady makes a mean cup of coffee. So if you're in Franklin, and I know there's hundreds of you behind me who are just starting, come and see this lovely lady whose name is
Carolyn. You're too sweet.
Carolyn, and she will hook you up with one of the best coffees in Franklin, right next door to the 76. So get yourselves in here. It's well worth the trouble. So here we are. It's March the 5th. Start of the day. Starting a bit late at 10:20. Sunday, trying to get a lift out of Franklin was pretty tough. Note to self, don't try and get a lift out of town on a Sunday. Beautiful day though. Going to try and get 10-15 miles in before, well, I'm going to walk till 5 o'clock basically, see how far I get. The rain starts tomorrow, so make the most of a nice day. Okay, later. So I made it to Wire Bold. It's completely burnt from last year's fire. It's absolutely stinks of burn up here. 2 really hard climbs for me today. I've got about 0.7 of a mile to go to the shelter, but you can see it's completely burnt. I don't know if this road was put in for the fire people, but this is the old fire tower right here, which is completely burnt too. So made it. Short day, but it got the miles in. See if there's a view.
Restaurant's closed, but I ordered you a cheeseburger to go.
Oh, okay. Here's my hiking buddy. Here's my other buddy. I've just got to go down here. I'll be here in a minute.
Bye.
So here we are at the NOC. It's the Nantahala Outdoor Centre, and I've had a good zero here today. That's the general store over there. That's the restaurant. And these are the rapids where they do the World Cup canoeing and the Olympic canoeing apparently. Restaurant's pretty good. And it's also an outdoor centre most of the time. So I had a great time here. It's been raining all day. Tomorrow I'm going up the hill behind. A couple of the guys did it today. It took them 4 hours to get up to 5,000 feet. But straight up behind the back of here, so that should be fun. NOC tomorrow morning. We'll have a good night's sleep here, and then out of the NOC tomorrow morning. Had fun here. Great place. It's pretty empty at the moment. So, just to finish off this video, I'm at the NOC. I zeroed here today. And I am going to be off in the morning up the hill, so I'm going to have a good night's sleep here, and get off as early as I can. I'm not the fastest person out of the blocks, as everybody knows, and everyone else is already 10 or 12 miles ahead of me because they started this morning. but I needed the rest, quite frankly. I did 17 miles into here yesterday, which was my longest go so far. Anyway, I've got a nice little room, a nice bed, and I'm gonna get a good 12 hours sleep, and then I'm on my way again. Thanks to Lilo and Stitch, Slug, Rocket Man, and everyone else who's been great. Honestly, when I came off the mountain yesterday about 6 o'clock, they'd ordered food for me, they'd got coffee for me, and they'd waited for me at the bridge. That's a good bunch of people when you've only met them a week ago. They're all youngsters, and they're all a credit to themselves. They're good people, and it's been fun meeting them. Anyway, I'll see if I can ever catch them up again. Later, folks.